what was last week? Last week was the top 5 things I've learned about women in general in the course of my dating life, my dating career. And like I said, it was some good things in there, man. This week, all right, I wanted to talk about people are graduating all over, man. It's been a while since I've graduated. It's been a while since Pink has graduated. All right. And
we don't need to put a number on that.
you don't need to put a number on it. Just know it's been a while for us, man. And I'm getting to my notes. I make notes here, man. I take this advice thing serious, okay?
I like this.
So these are the top 5, advice type of things that I have for recent graduates of 2022. First of all, congratulations. All right, you guys stuck it out, whether you rented books or maybe you skated through a whole semester without buying any books. And extra shout out to you if you were able to do that.
Hats off to you. I never did that. I always wasted money. There's no crappier experience like buying a textbook for like $125 and then reselling it the next semester for like $850.
It's the fucking worst, man.
Talk about depreciation.
It's the fucking worst, man. All right. So these, once again, I know in no particular order. So let's go 1. All right. 2022 graduates, I want you to understand, whether you're a college grad or whether you're a high school grad, all of this is going to pertain to you. Student loans are real, people. All right, they're real. I know we're in school racking up loans, and you're getting your refund checks back, and it's a fun time. You're buying cars, you're going to the club, you're buying sections, and you're doing it up, man. But once you graduate, man, they're gonna start calling, knocking on your door, and and as much as you see comments and posts about people ignoring. Back then it was Sally Mae, now it's Navient and other loan services. You hear people talking about ignoring them and da-da-da. That's not a game, people. They would destroy your credit. All right, moving forward, if you don't attack it right away. Create a plan, start paying something on it. Try to avoid deferring. Things like that. You want to make sure you put them all together. What is that term I'm looking for? You want to consolidate and do things like that, man, and attack it right away. Don't let it sit and simmer. Don't just ignore it, because those interest rates are real as well, and then you end up paying way more than you actually owe. All right.
Amen to that. I want to add 2 things about that.
Go ahead.
So when my parents paid for my undergrad, which was really great, but law school I was on my own, so that meant student loans. Mm-hmm. I could have gone to Emory in Atlanta, which is a private school. It was very intriguing, but I decided to stay at Florida State primarily because the loans I would have had to take at Emory would have been like 2 or 3 times what I took to go to Florida State. And I could not fathom taking that much money out. I eventually did the consolidation when I finished FSU, and when my house value went up, I rolled the second mortgage in and I put the student loans in there, so I kind of got rid of them that way. But anyway, you can do it. But like I think you were saying in this, don't borrow more than you need.
Yes.
Like really be, on the shoestring budget for that. Because, you're going to have to pay these things back, and maybe you borrow 20 or 30 or 40 grand. By the time you pay it off, you will have probably paid like 75 or 80 grand for that money. And that becomes like a bill that hits you straight out of school. So if you can stay as lean as possible in that category, you're doing yourself a favor, man.
No, for sure. And for the high school grads, hopefully you did enough in high school to where you can apply and get some of these scholarships. But if you have to go the long route, please pay attention to what we just said there. And number 1. All right. Number 2, 9 times out of 10, especially for my college grads here, you're still not going to have it figured out. And that is okay. You're going to see, we all on IG and Facebook and Twitter, you're going to see your friends out. They're going to have these awesome jobs. And you're going to see, maybe you got a friend or 2 from high school who's in the NBA now and they're making millions of dollars, maybe. So you're going to see everybody that's doing well. And they only put the good stuff on social media, in case you didn't know. So it's okay if you don't have everything figured out. All right. The thing is, you just stay the course. All right. Don't go back home and you see your old friends back from the neighborhood. They're still selling drugs, or they're still stripping with 5 babies. Don't, and they're making a little money. Don't go that route. Stay the course. It's going to be okay. just stay the course, man.
Just keep reminding yourself at age 22, 23, 24 that Maya Angelou was a hooker at that age. And she turned out okay, I guess. So you can too.
Hopefully that's a true story. I believe it is. I heard it.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Unfortunately, jobs are more tricky.
Wait, when's the last time somebody had sex with Maya Angelou? I mean, my God.
Maybe she shut down shop after
that spell, yeah. She had a good run. She shut it down. I hope she did. I mean, Jesus. I mean, how about the guy or whatever who's dating her, and that when that story breaks that she was a hooker?
Oh man,
And he didn't know.
And he didn't know.
You just became McDonald's. 1 billion served.
Do you keep the relationship going, or do you get mad and leave? I guess that's what
She got money, so probably stick around
probably
for a bit.
stick around. Number 3, man. Unfortunately, jobs are more tricky and hard to figure out than women on their periods. All right, because my college grads, what you're gonna find out is all these jobs they want people with college degrees, and that's great because you have one. And then they're going to say, oh, well, I need 5 to 10 years of experience, but you don't have any. And it's like, well, how can I get experience if you won't hire me? So you're going to go through that. And, what you're going to have to do is just take a job in that case, right? Take a job with, lesser money, less salary, and gain your experience. And then what you do is, on the back end of that, when you're in your 30s, you screw them and you negotiate for the highest salary possible. That's what you do, man. It's a game you have to play, but it's a little long game. There's a lot of you guys not going to make the 100 to 150K graduating out of college. That's just, a lot of you guys, it's not going to be the reality for a lot of you guys, and that's going to be okay. All right?
I agree with that, and I think it's important to get your foot in the door.
Yes.
Don't say no to any assignment. You if they need somebody to do something, say you're down to do it. People appreciate that. It does sort of get rewarded, and ultimately it gives you experience and leverage to, like you said, stick it to them later in life. I mean, be humble at the outside. Be on the grind so that you can give yourself better opportunities later.
Exactly. All right. We're at number 4.
These are very good.
All right. Thank you, man. You don't have to stop the party in cold turkey. All right. These are for my party animals. You know what I mean? I was a party animal. But it is time to mature a bit. All right. Because for a lot of you guys, you got to know the real world chews out the young and spits them out. All right. So, you kind of got to, manage it a bit. You might have to start paying bills some, for those who are not going back to their parents' house and things like that. And even if you are going back to your parents' house, don't abuse them and still be a party animal and not pay any bills, and just do nothing with yourself. Don't do that.
If you are going back to your parents' house, sock away the cash.
Yes.
Sock
Save.
it away. Save.
Don't party it all up.
Yeah.
Don't drug it all up. Save, man.
Yeah, that you can create yourself a nest egg of funds when you do want to move out, so that you can move out relatively comfortably.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, number 5. If you're going to go back for a master's degree.
Wait, can we just go back one other thing?
Yeah.
I will strongly encourage, if you get in a job and there's some sort of 401k or even on your own, don't think when you're 21, 22, 23 years old, you got all this time. Because if you start putting in money, even in modest amounts, by the time you're my age, you're sitting on a significant chunk of coins.
Right now. Don't worry about the $8, $9 that they're going to be taking out, or $15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right now, just do it. And if you got a good company that actually matches or something, put a little extra on top or something. I mean, that is correct.
Just
do
like
right
Jason told us, right now.
Right now. Put some of that 401k right now if they give you that option.
And if you don't have it, get with a financial guy. Start socking away some in an IRA.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, number 5. Like I said, if you're going to go back to school, for my college grads, if you're going back to school for your master's, right, and hopefully it actually enhances in your career, not just one of those useless masters. And for my for my high school grads, thinking about going to college, the key is go right now. don't sit around and wait. All right, don't sit around and wait a year or 2 to 3 years, because what's going to happen is you're going to get lazy and you're just not going to go. That's the high chance, it's high probability of happening. All right, so if you're graduating high school, go and you're thinking about going to college, you want to go to college, go right now. If you're a college grad already and you're thinking about getting your master's and it is going to enhance your career, do it right now. All right. Once again, shout out to Jay Sun. and those are my top 5 advice, man, from recent graduates.
Solid advice, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody's gonna listen to that and do something.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
man. A lot of that is most of that is from direct experience.
When the pupil is ready, the teacher appears. I've always loved that, because you can say stuff to people, and if they're not ready to learn it, they'll just reject it or ignore it.
Yeah.
But when they're ready, they'll take it in.
No, for sure.